Welcome back at the fair here with WCNY. This is the second day for the senior citizens. Yesterday was Senior Citizens Day, today is as well. And joining us on the set, we have the director of the New York State Office of the Aging, Michael J. Burgess. Mike, how you doing?
How you doing?
Great.
Nice
Great to be out here in the sunshine.
Yeah, it's a nice day.
I'm reaching a point where a lot of my friends have parents that are getting older,
Right.
and I got to tell you, it's such a hard thing to have to change roles with that. It's a real stress for people who are dealing with elderly people, and they want to make sure that they're doing okay.
Right. Well, you know, caregiving is a big thing we're emphasizing now more than ever because so many people are in that role, whether it's taking care of an older person or their spouse even, or a lot of people taking care of younger children as well. I was going to mention that, you know, grandparents also take care of people. We have about 140,000 grandparents in this state who are responsible for a child. So
right.
we have caregiver programs in all of our county offices for the aging. We have federal money now to do that. So it's a big thing. And you're right, there's a lot of burnout and stress from it.
Now, the first few years of the baby boom generation are all retiring now. What are we going to do with all of these aging seniors? We don't have homes for them. They're going to have to stay in their own homes, right?
Yeah, they don't want to go in nursing
They don't. I wouldn't want to go into a nursing home.
And that's a great point because we have younger seniors in their 50s and 60s, and we want to, I don't want to say put them to work, but I mean we could use the volunteer help from a lot of people. They retire, they want something to do, and we have a lot of people who are working in our office for the aging, you know, driving Meals on Wheels, or they're helping people with their Medicare drug counseling, trying to help them pick a plan. So we're pushing volunteerism a lot through the governor's initiatives and what we're doing in the office, that older people are social capital. You know, we're trying to get away from this notion that some people think that older people are just a burden on society. There's so much being done to give back, you know, to help, to be there at the bus stop when the grandchild comes home, and all the other things that I mentioned about helping people in the community.
When
and
should
seniors
someone
are getting younger and younger.
Oh, that's
it
the thing.
Seems like, holy cow.
When should somebody pick up the phone and call their office for the aging in their county, Michael? What would they call for?
Well, I think that, you know, we provide a large number of services. As I mentioned, the nutrition program is really the big one. And then, you know, some of these are for lower income people. But there's a lot of other services. We have a new program called New York Connects, which is in all of our counties, nyconnects.org for those on the web. And that helps people, whether they be younger people calling about their parents, to talk about long-term care. What's available for housing in the community? Is there assisted living? Is there respite? Is there adult daycare? Also financial issues, you know, like the will. One of the big things, you know, is the dealing with the will, the power of attorney.
Right.
And there have been some changes in the power of attorney law, which people should consult with if they have questions on it, because there's been a need to strengthen those so that the person has more control.
Mm-hmm. Now, there's an 800 number to call as well, and
Right.
this will kind of hook people up with whatever questions they need answered.
Yeah, we also have the Senior Citizens Helpline at our office in Albany, which is statewide. It's 1-800-342-9871. And we have 5 people over the age of 65 on that phone in Albany.
Oh, really? So they'd be able to answer any question that anybody might have, right?
Well, they try to, or they refer to a specialist in the office.
I noticed that neighborhoods now seem to be growing older as well. I mean, I've lived in my neighborhood now for about 16 years, and all the parents of the high schoolers when I first moved in are now all retired. They're living on their own. It's a good idea to check on your elderly neighbors from time to time.
Absolutely, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because we have a program, and there's one here in Syracuse called Naturally Occurring Retirement Communities, where the people did just that. They are parents' age, and they aged in place, so to speak.
Right.
And they're living there now, and we're trying to provide services. And what we're going to be doing in our office is a new agenda for what we call supportive communities, where through self-help efforts of the neighbors, looking after each other, providing screenings for health, you know, taking people to the doctor, home repair. That's another thing that people want to stay at home. They sometimes, you know, the property's too big, nobody to shovel the sidewalk. All those things we can do if we mobilize people to help each other stay at home.
Right.
Well, Michael J. Burgess, thank you very much. We appreciate all that great information. Happy Senior Day again. I hope you guys reached a lot of people here.
Absolutely.
And again, the 800 number, the website, I'm sure you'll have a lot of contact with some fair goers today.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Well, yesterday we mentioned that the Coaches for Cancer, as part of Dairy Day, were having their big celebrity milking contest. Julie Boeheim and Paulie on the same team.
I have to see it to believe it.
Let's take a look.
Okay. And I'm going to do everything I can to avoid milking this cow. but if I have to, I'll pull one for the team. I don't want to do it. I don't know which one to grab. Like, there's so many to choose from.
Squeeze, like start at the top and like go like that.
Pull it down?
No, not pull. Like you start.
Massage it.
It's like that. It's like you're like yeah.
I'm gonna fail miserably.
The objective is to get as much milk out of that cow as fast as you can. You'll get 90 seconds per participant. We're going to take our clock, and when we say go, get under there and really give it your best shot.
I was home practicing all night last night. Come here. Can you give me any tips on this so far?
Goodness. You know, just kind of, I'm just so icky about the whole thing. I've never done it before. I was not prepared for this, but the more you do it, the better. Have you gotten any milk out yet?
No, I got to do it for the first time.
Oh,
I'm
you
up
do?
next.
Okay, yeah, don't be afraid to squeeze.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm doing my warm-ups. Team strategy is we have no idea what we're doing. I'm just hoping I don't get kicked in the face by a cow. It looks like an old man's finger. Just like squeeze
your fingers on the side.
like this. Well, back on the farm when I was a kid, I feel like I should have bought it dinner first. Thank you. I hope it was as good for you as it was for me. Good job. Thanks.
I'm going to announce our second place team, and then by then you'll know our first place team. Coming in with a total of 3 pounds of milk. Ladies and gentlemen, it's team number 2, our Coaches versus Cancer team.
I lose again. I lost again. Well, I'm 0 for 2 in competitions. Milkshakes, cow milking. Hopefully we'll do better in the beef cooking competition later on. Sorry, buddy.
Very nice.
Man, thank goodness we have him.
She's a cute cow. Did
Yeah.
you see? She was kind of giving him the eye, I thought.
I know.
I've seen some of Paulie's dates, and let's just say,
Ladies love
kind of
Paulie.
an improvement.
Oh,
yes.
boy. All right. Still to come, we have a chance to sit down with the 4 tops. They played yesterday at Chevrolet Court.
And we're going to let Paulie do a beef competition now? What is that all about? One of these days he's going to win, I think.
hope he shows better. It's all coming up at the fair with WCNY.